Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Blue here, and welcome back to the channel, man. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, as always, we do have some YouTube drama to talk about. Today, we actually have a really serious story to discuss, so let's go ahead and get into the big story of the day. So this story has actually been going on for over 5 years now, and it involves Vine stars Curtis Lepore and Jessi Smiles. So just as a refresher, a long time ago, Curtis and Jessi were actually dating while Vine was still pretty big, and they were very well known on the platform. They both had quite a lot of followers, and a lot of people knew who they were at the time. And everything seemed to be going well at the time, up until Jessi actually accused Curtis of forcing her to do sexual things. In a video called "There Is Life After Sexual Assault: Breaking My Silence," uploaded on October 26, 2014 by Jessi Smiles, she breaks down the details of the sexual assault that happened, but never actually names Curtis in the video. However, she does give enough details in the video so that everybody knew it was Curtis Lepore that had done this to her, and he started getting a ton of hate. And as with everybody on the internet that faces these types of accusations, honestly, whether you do it or didn't do it, your career is basically over at that point. Curtis did continue to make content online, I guess trying to act like nothing ever really happened, but after you're accused of this on the internet, it's very, very difficult to not become irrelevant because people always think that of you, whether you did it or not. Then early on in 2014, the charges were actually dropped against him because he had a plea deal. And for this plea deal, he had to plead no contest to felony assault on Jessi. And then, just like all internet drama, this was kind of forgotten about. Obviously, it was 5 years ago. A lot of people aren't really thinking about Vine stars anymore. That is until Jessi Smiles uploaded a video called "Gabby Hanna Needs to Be Stopped" a couple of months ago. In this video, she actually details how Gabby Hanna sided with Curtis at the time, which obviously hurt Jessi a lot because her and Gabby were really good friends at the time. She also no longer kept Curtis's name a secret in this video. She talks about him pretty openly. However, I guess it doesn't really matter. Everybody knew about this, so it doesn't matter if she says his name or not.
I think a lot of people forget or don't know that Gabby Hanna chose a rapist who admitted and signed a confession to the cops over her best friend who was the victim, and she didn't do it privately but publicly. That's always bothered me.
So throughout this entire time, over the course of 5 years, other than some vague tweets and stuff like that, Curtis hasn't said anything about his side of the story at all, which obviously makes him look very guilty. That is up until yesterday. Curtis posted a tweet saying "to all" with a very, very long letter detailing his side of the story and how he felt about the entire thing. Now, this letter is super, super long, and it would probably take me forever to read here to you guys, so I'm gonna link it down in the description if you want to read the full thing, but it's kind of like a TLDR. I'll go into what he said mainly in the letter. So he starts out kind of like condemning sexual assault and saying how against it he is and all that sort of stuff, and then he gets into the actual story saying that while they were dating, 5 years ago or whatever it was, that during this time him and Jessi had actually had conversations. Now, they were sexually active at the time. He says that in this letter. However, he does say that they had conversations about wanting to be woken up by the other person doing sexual things to them. This was an interest that they both had. That's what he says in the letter, and he says that a mutual friend of theirs actually talked to her as well, and she knows and details that they had this conversation, so she does know that. He continues the letter pretty much saying that one night he did actually try to do this while she was laying there. She had her eyes closed. He tried to start doing sexual things to her, and then immediately after he started, she jumped up, ran into the bathroom, and claimed that he had forced her to do it. He goes on with a lot of other details about the weeks following and how she had ended up calling him and trying to get him to confess to what he had done wrong and all that sort of stuff, but it turns out that he was legally actually not allowed to speak about this for 2 years after the whole case had happened. So yeah, I think those were pretty much the main points. Like I said, that was like the TLDR version, and sometimes I suck at like condensing stuff like that. So if you guys want to check it out and give it a full read for yourself, like I said, link is in the description. I would like to note that neither Jessi or Gabby have said anything about this statement, nor have any other really big YouTubers, except for Keemstar, who tweeted at Curtis after tweeting this out saying this: "You should have said this immediately. You let her call you a rapist over and over and over again for 5 years and said absolutely nothing. I got so much crap because I did not believe her story and you said nothing." So I guess at the time, Keemstar had actually sided with Curtis while all the allegations were actually going on. I couldn't find a video or really much proof of this at all. It might have been in a video that was taken down with one of his previous channels or something like that. But apparently he did have some people on his side at the time. So yeah, man, obviously there are a lot of details to this story, and it's such a long time ago that I may have missed some. However, I am going to include some links down in the description from videos at the time and videos that have gone over this story more in depth, as well as videos mentioned in this video. video. So if you want to learn more about it, you guys can check out those down in the description below. All right, guys, that is it for this video. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like down below. If you love news and tea and drama videos and stuff like that, please subscribe and turn on that notification, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.